Today we are talking about a banger of an OTC penny stock, Cyberlux Corporation. Stick around after Cyberlux, and I have some exciting news about AITX you'll want to know about. Cyberlux, ticker symbol CYBL, has been shooting up since its IPO in November 2020 from a price of 0.0002 to a current price of over 4 cents, and the stock could continue to be a runner through at least 2022 with the potential to easily break through a $1 price point. Cyberlux already had a solid lighting business and has been a big player in the defense area. Now, with the acquisition of CTMC Drone Solutions and FlightEye Drone Solutions, Cyberlux is positioned to take off in the drone services area and leverage their defense connections to close more DoD deals. This is an area where I have deep knowledge, as I spent the previous 9 years as an executive manager for an electronics manufacturer focused on defense. This experience will enable me to give you further insight into Cyberlux plans. Today, we are talking about big catalysts that can enable Cyberlux to grab big market share throughout 2022. First, let's take a quick look at their stock chart. CYBL is a tiny company with a $5 million market cap and an average of 150 million shares being traded per day. You can see here that in 1 year, the stock has gone up 44,000% and 22,000% year to date. The stock's run upward has been slowing down over the past 3 months to a 286% increase. So can we expect this fast rise in price to continue? Stay tuned and find out. But remember that OTC stocks are highly volatile and risky, so keep a close eye on this one. As always, this is not financial advice and for entertainment only. Hi, investing friends. This is Lynn, and welcome back. So let's go and review today's hot stock. But first, if you could give this video a thumbs up in return for my efforts in analyzing these stocks, it would be greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, subscribe for more videos like this one. Cyberlux started out as an LED lighting company and now is moving into the red-hot drone space. Cyberlux was founded in 2000 and offers advanced lighting technology to the Department of Defense, DoD, commercial channels, and design services customers. Since 2006, Cyberlux has provided leading-edge, battle-tested lighting solutions to the U.S. Air Force, National Guard, Special Operations Command, SOCOM, and the U.S. Army. As the company's primary channel, Cyberlux supplies the DoD with lightweight, portable, battery-powered advanced LED lighting systems for special operations, forward-based operations, security, and maintenance lighting. After early consumer product trials, the company has focused on DoD lighting technology and serving the military, first responder, and related commercial markets, primarily with the BrightEye tactical lighting system products. It's impressive that CYBL has products in service with the U.S. Air Force, National Guard, U.S. Army, Defense Logistics Agency, and the FAA. What's really great is that CYBL has been on the government's GSA contract for 10 years. This is huge because Cyberlux would be able to gain hard-to-win approval from the government to be on this government price list. This fact has enabled the company to gain market share and build trust in a wide range of government sectors and build long-standing relationships. Now, Cyberlux will be able to leverage these relationships in promoting their new focus as they enter the unmanned aerial services or drone services area. This is a smart move, as many companies like Boeing's in situ that provide the ScanEagle and Integrator unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs as a service. This is way more profitable than simply selling drones. Instead, competitors like in situ charge for their services in providing UAV piloting, data results, and interpretation, and provide drone services for the U.S. and our allies throughout the world, while also providing maintenance services. Now, with Cyberlux entry into the UAS area, they can leverage their current relationship to promote these new services. Per this news release, CYBL revealed big plans and is making fast acquisitions in the unmanned aircraft, drone services, and defense area. They also announced that that defense, space, and technology industry expert Larson J. Eiley will be leading the company's FlightEye Drone Solutions division. With Cyberlux acquisition of the CTMC Drone Solutions LLC StealthWorks, Mr. Eiley is now positioned to lead the FlightEye Drone Solutions team and drive Cyberlux to industry leadership in the UAS market, including patentable UAS-related technology and strategic intellectual property. Mr. Eisley's background is impressive. He is a guidance systems expert and consulting scientist retained by major aerospace and defense firms and worked in IBM executive leadership positions spanning decades, including VP of Engineering and Operations. Most recently, Mr. Eiley was an executive management consultant and was responsible for Fortune 50 big data architecture and deployment. His knowledge and core intellectual property holdings across the big data analytics, machine learning area, and UAS-related fields will empower him to create leadership in the UAS market space. Through the recent acquisition of CTMC Drone Solutions LLC StealthWorks, Cyberlux has gained the core capabilities to create a long-term competitive advantage in the UAS market space, where the market size is projected to more than double in the next 5 years from $27 billion in 2021 to $58 billion in 2026, with a continued annual growth rate of over 16%. And Cyberlux believes the market area is projected to more than double in the next 5 years from $27 billion in 2021 to $58 billion in 2026, with a continued annual growth rate of over 16%. And Cyberlux believes their participation in the UAS market will propel them to over $100 million in 2021 to $58 billion in 2026 in this fast-paced, rapidly growing UAS market space. If CYBL does succeed in this space, we would expect their stock to shoot up a lot higher than my earlier projections. With the recently acquired technologies, FlightEye Drone Solutions has accelerated development of a core UAS technology platform, including the completion of important technical milestones to encapsulate both UAS product offerings and scalable service offerings. Today, Cyberlux is introducing FlightGDN, a global UAS capabilities framework to harness the future of UAS capabilities. FlightGDN is a proprietary technology platform to support compact next-generation military-grade UAS product and UAS solution packages. This platform will include both proprietary Cyberlux and third-party technologies, including LED lighting, infrared night vision capability, thermal sensor technology, eye-in-the-sky monitoring capabilities, LiDAR mapping, and advanced VR/AR perception technologies. The FlightGDN platform will provide a seamless, scalable UAS solution for both military and commercial UAS commercial and control operations. I do know from my defense experience and visiting Army and Air Force bases on site that infrared night vision, thermal sensor technologies, eye-in-the-sky monitoring capabilities, and LiDAR mapping are all in high demand with our armed forces. To summarize my take on the positives for CYBL and why the stock could increase in price still quite a bit further, here are my thoughts. 1. CYBL has been on the U.S. government GSA contract for 10 years. This is a huge benefit as orders are submitted off a price list, which aids in a steady ongoing business flow and low-cost processing. 2. CYBL's current business line of simple LED products don't require big outputs of R&D costs or the creation of many new bells and whistles to beat the competition. Note that U.S. most successful investor Warren Buffett found great profits in companies with products that didn't have to be constantly upgraded. 3. As to CYBL's addition of drone UAV services with capabilities like infrared and LiDAR UAV unmanned aerial vehicles with night vision and LiDAR offered as a service are popular with the government. This is a plus versus selling a UAV once, as instead CYBL can profit from ongoing service offerings to the U.S. and allies throughout the globe. Ultimately, the government likes these low-hassle services. Cyberlux is entering the UAS market space where CYBL expects the market size to more than double in the next 5 years from $27 billion in 2021 to $58 billion in 2026, with a CAGR of over 16%. These new services will leverage Cyberl's current DoD and government relationships to promote these services much faster than competitors. Existing relationships are huge in the defense business. Cyberl also is a small business with only 6 full-time employees, giving them advantages to land government contracts that are set aside for small businesses. I do have a lot more to share with you about Cyberl after I did a deep analysis of the financial reports and plans. But for now, I will move on to the exciting news updates I promised about AITX. But first, if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you'd like to view a follow-up video on CYBL, and subscribe to our newsletter through the link in the description below on our 60 Perfect Wealth website so that you can get notified before these videos come out. Now to the great news on AITX. On September 20th, Investopedia released an article on the top tech penny stocks to watch for Q4 2021. In this article, they pointed out the 3 penny stocks with the highest year-over-year sales growth for the most recent quarter, and AITX was one of the 3 stocks mentioned. The article explains that rising sales can help investors pick out growing startups that have not yet reached profitability. They also point out that earnings per share can be significantly influenced by financials that may not yet reflect the overall strength of the business. As you can see here, the 3 stocks with the highest sales year-over-year sales growth were Future FinTech Group, Powerband Solutions, and AITX with a revenue growth of 784%. Of course, AITX offers artificial intelligence robotic solutions primarily focused on security services. So you can see that Steve Reinhardt's and team are continuing to push hard to meet the impressive goals that Steve set out earlier this year. A Business Wire press release on September 22nd announced that AITX, through their RAD division, was notified that a global retail customer that already owns 17 RAD security units is already placing an order for 2 more. AITX CEO Steve Reinhardt was thrilled about the follow-on order that was placed less than a month since the original 17 were deployed. This is exciting to discover the value that a large retail customer is finding through AITX robotic security services, and also provides validation about RAD's intentions to dominate this market space. The orders were for AITX ROSA 180, which is a compact, self-contained security and communications solution that could be deployed in about 15 minutes. ROSA 180's AI-driven security analytics include human and vehicle detection, license plate recognition, responsive digital signage, and audio messaging, and complete integration with RAD's software suite notification and response library. ROSA also enables a 2-way cellular communication and live video surveillance, dual high-resolution, full-color, always-on cameras. As for an update on AITX stock chart, you can see that the stock, like many penny stocks, shot up in the second half of 2021, and this year has been experiencing a slow slide downward. AITX financials have been improving since Steve Reinhardt took over as CEO, but as you can see by this OTC short report, that short sellers are continuing to put downward pressure on this stock. AITX is a great one to watch as they have many catalysts in the works that should at some point cause a turnaround in this stock. Check out my earlier video on AITX that details these catalysts. I always love hearing from you, so please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about CYBL and AITX. I'd also love to hear about any other stocks that you are excited about right now. Go here to discover hidden gems in our penny stock video playlist.